What's up, Kpop fam? Welcome back to my channel, your ultimate hangout for all things Kpop. From the hottest comeback to exclusive bias breakdowns and fandom drama spill, we've got it all. So grab your light sticks, turn up the volume, and let's dive into the world of Kpop together. ATEEZ has taken the K-pop world by storm, evolving from an underdog group to one of the most powerful forces in the industry. But how did they get here? Today we're diving deep into the journey of ATEEZ, year by year, from their debut to now. Let's set sail! Our story begins in 2018 when KK Entertainment introduced a group of 8 talented trainees known as KK Fellas. Even before their official debut, ATEEZ showcased impressive dance skills through performance videos in LA. Their determination and energy caught attention, setting the stage for what was to come. Finally, on October 24th, 2018, ATEEZ debuted with the album Treasure Episode 1, All to Zero, featuring the tracks Pirate King and Treasure. Despite being from a small company, their cinematic pirate concept and intense performances quickly built a very dedicated fandom. ATINY was born! ATEEZ wasted no time. Just 3 months after debut, they came back with Treasure Episode 2, 0 to 1 featuring Say My Name. This was when their reputation as performance monsters really began. 2019 was a non-stop grind. They held their first world tour, the Expedition Tour, across the US and Europe, even before reaching their first anniversary. ATEEZ continued the Treasure Episode 3, 1 to All, with hits like Wave and Illusion, where fans got to see a softer side. Wave even won them their first music show win, a huge milestone. Then came Treasure Episode Final, All to Action, and the powerful track Wonderland. This was their first full album, and it solidified their storytelling skills, blending pirate adventure themes with deep narratives. ATEEZ had officially become one of the top 4th-gen performers. By the start of 2020, ATEEZ had earned a reputation as one of the best live performers. Their stage presence, synchronized choreography, and dramatic expressions left fans and even non-fans speechless. They kicked off the year with Treasure Epilogue, Action to Answer, wrapping up the Treasure saga with the emotional and cinematic track Answer. This song became an ATINY anthem. Despite the global pandemic affecting concerns, ATEEZ continued to rise internationally, performing at K-Contact and other major virtual events. Then in mid-2020, they introduced a new era, the Fever series, starting with Zero, Fever Part 1. Songs like Inception and Thanks showed a more modern and useful vibe, proving ATEEZ wasn't stuck in one concept. In 2021, ATEEZ made headlines by joining Mnet's Kingdom Legendary War, competing against groups like Stray Kids and The Boys. They delivered jaw-dropping performances, gaining even more recognition for their theoretical storytelling and explosive energy. Meanwhile, they released Zero Fever Part 2, with Fireworks I'm the One showing a darker, apocalyptic side. They continued the Fever series with Part 3 and the iconic track Deja Vu. ATEEZ had to vote between Deja Vu and Eternal Sunshine as the title track, showing how ATEEZ keeps their fans involved in decision making. The global impact became undeniable, charting higher on Billboard and selling more albums than ever before. 2022 was all about making a statement. The World Episode 1 movement, with the rebellious anthem Guerrilla with lyrics like Break the Wall, ATEEZ tackled social themes and encouraged fans to challenge norms. The world tour, The Fellowship, Beginning of the End, sold out almost instantly, proving their massive international demand. By 2023, ATEEZ was no longer just a rising group, they were a powerhouse. Their new album, The World Episode 2, Outlaw, featured the high-energy track Bouncy, pushing their experimental side even further. It sounds good remixed with literally anything. ATEEZ solidified their place in the global music industry with their biggest world tour to date, selling out arenas across the US, Europe, and Asia. This tour marked a turning point in their career, expanding their presence in international markets like never before. Their album that year soared to the top of the Billboard 200, marking their highest debut on the chart and reinforcing their global appeal. On the domestic front, ATEEZ continued to make waves by winning multiple Korean music shows, proving their powerful influence at home as well. The global recognition didn't stop with music. ATEEZ was invited to perform at prestigious international festivals like Coachella and Lollapalooza, placing them on stages shared by global music legends and introducing them to even wider audiences. In the world of fashion, ATEEZ also began to dominate. Members like Hongjoong and Seonghwa attended major events such as Paris Fashion Week, earning attention for their bold style and individuality. The group's fashion influence led to high-profile partnerships. They were named global ambassadors for luxury brands like Gucci and Saint Laurent. These collaborations didn't just highlight the visuals, they cemented ATEEZ's status as fashion icons and cultural influencers on the world stage. 2024 was a landmark year for ATEEZ. Not only did they continue to dominate the charts, but they also expanded their influence beyond music. ATEEZ charted higher than ever before on Billboard 200, attended major award shows, and solidified themselves as one of the top fourth-gen groups globally. 2024 was a landmark year for ATEEZ, not only musically but also culturally and globally. They secured their first Daesang, or grand prize, at major Korean award shows, officially cementing their position as top-tier artists in the K-pop industry. Their comeback album soared to number 1 on the Billboard 200 and dominated Spotify's global chart, proving their global reach and loyal international fan base. Beyond music, ATEEZ expanded into other areas of media. Some members took on acting roles, appeared on popular variety shows, even stepped into hosting, showcasing their versatility and growing brand. Anyways, their influence wasn't limited to entertainment. ATEEZ also made waves in the fashion world. Members walked the runway for major designer brands and quickly gained recognition as fashion icons. The major achievement, they became the global faces of luxury houses like Gucci and Saint Laurent, appearing in high-profile ad campaigns seen around the world. Their style, often blending streetwear and luxury fashion, not only set new trends in K-pop but also influenced global fashion conversations. By 2025, ATEEZ had transcended their origins as a K-pop group to become a global cultural force, leaving an indelible mark on music, fashion, and entertainment. Their In Your Fantasy tour in the summer of 2025 showcased their immense popularity, with performances at major venues like Citi Field in New York, underscoring their international appeal. In the realm of fashion, ATEEZ members became prominent figures on the global stage. Hongjoong, the group's leader, made a notable appearance at Post-Miss Autumn-Winter 2025 show during Paris Fashion Week, donning a striking green ensemble that highlighted his eclectic style. Seonghwa debuted as a model at the Isabel Marant Fall Winter 2025 show. Roseanne was featured in Dolce & Gabbana's Women's FW 2025 show, further cementing the group's influence in the fashion industry. Their musical achievements were equally impressive. ATEEZ was honored with the Kpop Artist of the Year award at the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards, reflecting their significant impact on the global music scene. Additionally, their music video for ATINY was recognized as one of the best K-pop music videos of 2024 by Teen Vogue, showcasing their creative artistry. Beyond music and fashion, ATEEZ members ventured into the beauty industry. Yunho, for instance, influenced fragrance trends by endorsing Diptyque's Evian Eau de Parfum, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, aligning with the 2025 trend of woodsy fluorescence. Collectively, these accomplishments illustrate how ATEEZ has evolved into multifaceted global icons by 2025, seamlessly blending their talents across various cultural domains and solidifying their status as influential figures in the entertainment industry. From rookies with a dream to global icons, ATEEZ has proven that hard work, talent, and passion can break barriers. This story isn't about the music, it's about inspiring millions worldwide. With their limitless ambition and dedication, who knows what they'll achieve next? What do you think has been ATEEZ's most legendary moment? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more K-pop deep dives. From their humble beginnings as Kiki fellas to becoming global sensations, ATEEZ's evolution has been nothing short of legendary. Their journey proves that talent, passion, and a strong connection with fans can break barriers. And knowing ATEEZ, this is just the beginning. What's your favorite ATEEZ era? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more K-pop content. See you in the next one!